what is your political philosophy? Are you a communist or a Marxist?
There is not communism or Marxism in our ideas. Our political philosophy is representative democracy and social justice in a well-planned economy. In a well-planned economy. In a well-planned economy.
America must free Cuba. The irony of the government ran by Joe Biden has reached a new level. While Cuban people beg for freedom, the Joe Biden administration does nothing. I find it hilarious that people at the southern border around Mexico are people that should just be let in, that they should come in and be allowed to vote. But while Cuban people beg for freedom, the Joe Biden administration does nothing. Think about this. Cuban people live and have lived under a dictatorship for a long time, and now a communist rule. The Cuban people are fighting for freedom in their own country. Yet somehow they don't qualify for being allowed into the country. Recently, a man named Alejandro Mayorkas went on television telling Cuban people not to come to America, to not seek freedom. To look at this name for a second though, Alejandro, this is not a Caucasian person. I wonder where he could be from. That's right, he's from Havana, Cuba. You see, his parents also came to America in search of freedoms that they were not finding in Cuba. Now all of a sudden he wants to turn around other Cuban people and tell them that they're not allowed in this country.
The Coast Guard, along with our state, local, and federal partners, are monitoring any activity that may indicate increases in unsafe and irregular maritime migration in the Florida Straits, including unpermitted vessel departures from Florida to Cuba. The time is never right to attempt migration by sea. To those who risk their lives doing so, this risk is not worth taking. Allow me to be clear. If you take to the sea, you will not come to the United States.
Strange. Why would they ever do that? Wouldn't someone like him understand the search of freedom more than someone like me? You'd think that would be very obvious, right? You'd think he would understand the injustices that happen in Cuba, the issues with healthcare, the extreme poverty, the struggle for finding food. You'd think that he would have the heart to tell people to come, to do everything you can, to try and make it. But he doesn't. And why is that? Well, again, there are political reasons. People from other countries, say Mexico, Argentina, Honduras, these other countries, they come here to America, and for some reason, they tend to vote Democrat. So those people, usually by all means, are allowed to come here. Although, of course, again, the Joe Biden administration has failed. Its foreign policy has failed and will continue to fail. And this is another situation of a horrible, horrible foreign policy. But the reason for this one is much more selfish than many other reasons. If you remember, Kamala Harris, the Vice President of America, told people that they were the ones that cared for black people. They were the ones that cared for brown people. They were the ones that would support immigration. And then they told everyone to not come. And now they're doing the same for Cubans. So while Cubans fight against communism and socialism, they're being told to not come to the land of freedom, the same country that many of these people have come to because they were oppressed. So why would that be? Well, again, it's a very selfish reason. And that selfish reason is because of votes. Think about that for a second. Because of votes. Again, people from, say, Mexico, Argentina, they tend to vote Democrat. Cubans don't. Cubans don't vote Democrat very often. Cubans always vote Republican. And the reason that they vote Republican is because they understand communism. They're living under communism now. Cubans understand dictatorship. They've lived under dictatorship for a long time. So now you have Democrats from the left that don't want Cubans to come because they're afraid that more votes will happen for Republicans. Think about that for a second. While Americans are sending boats, private boats, keep in mind, Americans taking food and supplies and all of these things, regular, average, everyday Americans get it, but our political leaders don't. Why is that? How come Americans get it, but our political people that we put into office don't? It's strange. Because you see, even people like Joe Biden, Democrats from the left, they have this thing where they want to survive. They want to continue on with their party. And if that means not allowing the freedoms to Cubans, then that's what they're going to do. I'm here to say that America, of course, is in no way perfect. And that even though on my channel we spend a lot of time talking about China, this is something that really disgusted me. You see, because my channel has always been about anti-fascism, anti-communism, and just being about political freedom. And here, my own country is disgusting me. By not supporting freedom, by not going against communism, by not going against the dictatorship that used to be. And now is the perfect opportunity to offer Cubans asylum, and they have chose not to. It's time for America to wake up and to get back to what we actually stand for, and that is freedom and helping. Freedom for people that need help, people that have to leave and get away from their country, and that's what we should be doing. Again, not impressed with the current presidency or administration. I hope that some people don't get butthurt in the comments, but I just figured I would make this video anyways, and it should also add some variety to the channel. So like, comment, subscribe, and have a good day.